Hello, it's Rich Rosen, Fastcall founder and CEO, and I'm going to talk for a few minutes about our number one rated native Salesforce phone and SMS application here in the AppExchange. So if you're watching this video, you found us in the Salesforce AppExchange. You're watching the demo, but I thought I'd start here in the AppExchange. This is where you can use the test drive or install Fastcall in a sandbox, DevOrg, or in production. You'll notice that the ratings, we have 82 five-star reviews. But what I really want to point out here is that we just passed our 5-year anniversary. We're now in our 6th year. We just updated the application a week ago. Today is the 28th, so 10 days ago. But what you also want to look at when you're going through the App Exchange is you want to see what's being installed in the package. So Salesforce is showing that our application is native. 100% of our application is installed in Salesforce, and that is by far our number one differentiator. There's no log on. Native status really means two things. It gives us an architectural advantage because the application is 100% in Salesforce. It's also a philosophical advantage. We're only focused on Salesforce. Our application does not work outside of Salesforce. That means that your end users are not creating logins in another application. They're not learning another application. Onboarding is familiar and it's easy because the application will look and feel like Salesforce. And you'll see that in what Salesforce is telling you is being installed. We have 27 custom objects. That's important. I mean, 27 custom objects is not way better than 26, but if you see an application that has 0 custom objects, it just tells you that there's not much being installed in Salesforce. When you're looking through the Salesforce AppExchange, look here in terms of what's being installed. Of course, application should be lightning ready at this point, and you want to see that native application is a significant advantage. So I mentioned before, we do give you a couple of different options. You can install Fastcall in a paid production org, and there's a 7-day trial by default. Always, you can install in a sandbox for an unlimited trial or a dev org for an unlimited trial. A test drive org is a really fast way to log in to a Salesforce org that is shared by all test drive users, but it will log you in very quickly, but you cannot do any customization in a test drive org. If you're looking for more of a full evaluation, you want to install the application in your sandbox dev org or in production. Our application is licensed monthly. So if you do want to do a production test, there's no commitment. Test drive is really quick and easy, but it's limited. You can't edit the test drive org, so you're not actually able to add your phone number because you cannot edit the org. Okay, so let's pop over to Salesforce. I'm here in Lightning. Fastcall does work in Classic, but I just thought I would sort of start in Lightning. This is a lead page. You'll see with any open CTI app, you'll see that there's a little phone icon next to the phone. I can dial with one click. Our application pops up here in Lightning. It will always be in the footer. All CTI apps will be in the footer in Lightning. Um, you can see our phone mode is here. So these are recent calls, outbound calls. Red arrow is an inbound call. That's a voicemail. It's all here. Um, you can see here that when we find a match to a record, you will see that lookup if there's an inbound missed call here and we don't find a match, you can very easily search Salesforce. If you happen to know who the caller is, you can just attach it to a caller here. Say, oh yeah, I know that was Tony, and you can attach it to that record, or you can create a new lead here from the widget, which is super helpful. For inbound calls, outbound calls will log. You will almost always see a lookup on outbound because you dialed from the Salesforce record. SMS is here. One great thing about SMS is that you can reply by phone to an SMS, or you can send an SMS reply, both. And the same is true for the phone call. You can just call by. You can SMS reply. So if I'm in phone mode, I can come in here and let's say this was an inbound call, it's missed. I can SMS reply back to this missed call, or I can make a phone call reply back to this missed call and um, and that will be logged. So we're logging both the inbound call and the reply will be logged together and attached. So you'll see that there was an inbound call that was missed and a reply call that was made. So you'll know that the missed call had a reply. We just recently added the ability to block calls based upon caller ID. So that's actually a new feature here. Speaking of which, we update our application every couple of weeks. I showed you in the AppExchange. The app was last updated. Um, 10 days ago and will be updated again any day now. We update usually once or twice a month, sometimes more. So phone, SMS, inside the application, we also have an internal dialer, which is awesome. It allows you to call any other Salesforce user in your org, which is great. Our call transfer works kind of in a similar way. It's dial pad, some stats on the call, super helpful. First call of the day, last call of the day, my talk time, my login, which is coming out of Salesforce. And then we have some goals, which are set for users and groups. So in this case, if I wanted to call the record 7 times in 7 months, I've made one call so far, so 1 of 7, right? If my goal is to make 200 calls a month, I've made 56 out of 200. So we're capturing these goals both for the user and for a group, which is awesome. My user's not in a group yet. Um, which is really great. So it's all here inside the widget. You'll see that you can add multiple devices as what we call calling device. So a soft phone or your office phone or SIP, could be a mobile phone, but the devices are here set by the user, super easy. Caller ID is set here by the user. Your caller ID can be a phone that you provision in our application, which will also route inbound calls, or your existing phone. So you can use your existing office phone or your existing mobile phone as caller ID, and it's all set here and super easy to use. There's also quite a bit of control around call recording, all managed here inside of the application. Easy to use, lightweight, easy to learn, easy to set up and install. Just easy. So what else? So everything is here. Our settings inside the application are managed for users and admins. Everything is inside Salesforce in a very familiar look and feel. This is all Salesforce Lightning Design. So you're not working outside of Salesforce at all. The application is very easy to set up and install. Your users will manage all their user settings here. I talked about devices, your inbound routing for users are managed here, messages for SMS and voicemail drop, which is great, is managed here. And then for admins, all of your settings are managed here. So the ability to, at a very granular level, really control what's happening in Salesforce. We give you a lot of control around call results and updating other parts of the application. So for example, using call results to update other records in Salesforce. We give you quite a bit of control around how to customize your subject for the task, how to create Salesforce tasks, what you want to see in the widget. Um, so for example, if you don't need to see any different fields, so the application is really simple and easy to use, but also very highly customizable. We really support really any uh, use case in Salesforce. And if we don't, tell us about it, because that really is our differentiator, is that we want to be really good in Salesforce and really support edge cases. I mean, this is one example, support the ability to have a lookup to multiple contacts underneath an account. Anyway, so nice sharing this with you. Again, my name is Rich Rosen. I'm the founder and CEO. We have quite a bit more information here on our website, fastcall.com. Our pricing information is here. We have really a lot of information and many more videos on the individual features around outbound calls, inbound calls, SMS, our call logging in Salesforce. The version that we're looking at now is our 6.0 version. It's our 6th year in the AppExchange, and we hope you have a chance to trial the application and email us any questions to sales@fastcall.com, and we will be very happy to get you onboarded.